Monitoring audio settings and checking for errors. This is important because each time we're going to do some testing, like I said, when we start up Camtasia Recorder to make sure that everything's being recorded correctly, because the last thing you want to do is finish up a course and then realize that you have to re-record everything again, and it might be 5, 6, 7 hours of content. So open up one of the test videos that you recorded. I'm going to open up one of the videos, the last video that I recorded for this coaching program, and you just double click on it. And if you don't have Camtasia Studio open right now, then it will open up automatically. It might take a second to open up. And then once if it doesn't pre-populate down here, then you could just take it from this clip bin and drag it down here. That's all you do. That's how you work with Camtasia. You just drag files. You see I took the bio and I dragged it in there after. And if it's too small, then just click Control and minus, which zooms out, or Control plus, which then zooms back in. So I have right here the recording, and then I also have the bio videos. What am I going to check for? Number one is the audio there. Do I see this down here? Do I see that? Well, yeah, so that's the number one thing. There are 5 things that you need to check for. So that's number one. Number 2, does it cut off? And I highly recommend that when you stop the recording, then you have maybe 2 or 3 seconds of silence before you hit the stop button, which is also just, if you want the keyboard shortcut within Camtasia, it's F10 in order to stop that video, so you don't have to click on the actual recorder and hit the stop button. So F10 if you want the keyboard shortcut. But if you leave those 2 seconds, as you can see, I left them there. You can easily check if the audio is cut off or it's not cut off. If it were to, let's say, stop just right here, you could tell that it might be cut off, and you should check that. Number 3, analyze the audio levels for clipping. This is a big one. So once you click down here, click on audio, and it's going to show you this green stuff. Now, the audio should never, ever go above that green mark, because if it does, then it's clipping. And what that means is when you then play back, when someone else listens to it, it's going to sound bad. It's going to hurt their ears. It's clipping, and you need to change a few things up. Now, in order to resolve clipping, you could do a few things. On your Shure mic, on the right side, if you look at it, if it's hanging down, that is, on that Shure mic, what you could do is you could adjust the audio volumes there. If you've tried doing that, then you also should probably adjust the audio volumes right here within the system tray. So if you right click on that sound button and go here to recording devices, it's going to bring up your microphone. Right now it's my Shure Digital. You'll right click on that, click on properties, and go to levels. You'll see that I have level 1 selected. This mic is so sensitive that out of 100, my percent is 1%. So just think about that for a second. And regarding the audio levels, you will have to play around with this. This is not going to be a simple exercise, but once you get it set up, once you start understanding it, then it's really simple. You just do these checks and you ensure that you are not clipping, because if you are, then it's going to be really bad and you'll probably have to re-record those segments. Number 4, make sure also that your resolution is correct. And we'll see, where's my resolution? My resolution right here, editing dimensions, that's where it is. And like I said, I record a little more than 1280 times 720 because I'm going to do some zoom in effects later, but it should be either 1280 times 720 or something that has that same ratio, but it's a little bigger if you want to apply those zoom effects. And last thing, this is also a big one. For some reason, Camtasia at times doesn't pick up your cursor, your mouse. And that's a problem. If you're recording like an Excel course, we're recording a PowerPoint course, that was a big problem. Now, how do you double check for that? Well, just click here on cursor effects and take this cursor size right here and take it up and pull it all the way up to 5, and then just drag this right here through the videos and just make sure that the mouse is showing up everywhere and there's no periods where the mouse isn't showing up. And now it's at a new video, so I'd have to redo this cursor size, and then I would do the same exercise. That's the testing that I do, especially with that quick 10-second, 15-second test video, to make sure that everything's set up and that I don't record something and then I'll have to re-record it sometime later. So just ensure that you go through that 5-point checklist.